Right, welcome to our CEO chat for 2017, and it's going to be a real privilege. We've got the opportunity to interview Professor Jo Ciotti from University in Hawai'i. And we're going to be talking about balancing science, economy and business and how they all connect. So really looking forward to this interview, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to.
I have to really say my dad inspired me. My dad was a person who was able to do anything. He was a jack of all trades. He could do electrical work, he could do carpentry work, he could do plumbing work. And he taught me that I could do anything I wanted to do. Then after him, I would say some of the astronauts inspired me. The risk takers, the people who are willing to move the horizon forward. Even though there was some risk to their lives, they knew what was at the end of the risk was far more important than maybe what they were risking. So those are people who are very important. I must also say, coming from the Bronx, New York, I was also enthralled by the New York Yankees. At one time I actually wanted to become a baseball player, but I moved into space. I designed an aerospace exploration lab that would have several components. One would be a planetarium, which I eventually named the Imaginarium. Yeah. The name basically comes from, nowadays in a planetarium, you don't have to just show stars. So you don't have to focus just on astronomy. With the computer technology and the projection equipment, anything you can imagine, you can put on the dome. And what's so neat is the image is completely around the audience, and the audience is immersed in the image. And they get really excited about that. So I built that facility first, and I also built a hands-on exploratorium. And what that's important about that is that it's low-tech. What we want the students to come in and experience science in an everyday world, so that science is not something that you do in a laboratory. Science is equipment that you do even in your house. You could pick up a hairdryer, and maybe a ping pong ball, and make the ball float in the airstream, and you begin to learn the principles of flight. So these are the neat things that inspire students. Business and science actually have always worked, I think, hand in hand. Maybe we're seeing it even more so now with communication networks like we have in social media. An example would be Elon Musk. He now has his own enterprise getting ready to send people into outer space and even sending people to the moon. So he's looking at it both from a business point of view and a science point of view. And he's actually taking the role that explorers and pioneers did many, many years ago, when people crossed not only the country with maybe wagons, but also with ships coming to places like New Zealand. Science actually is a business venture when you think about it. We're moving into an era where private corporations are beginning to build their own rockets and flying people into space. It's like aviation business in the early days, back in the early 1900s, when great enterprisers were moving forward with their own businesses, thinking of ideas of transporting people across not only local areas, but across their country and then across the oceans. So science, aerospace in particular, will have the same impact, transporting people across not only the globe now, but maybe even to outer space.
Well, that was a great conversation with Dr. Jo, so thanks very much, and we'll see you all soon.